How many more times does it have to happen? How many more lives must be ruined before the world finally gets the picture? Let's get into it. Now, what I am talking about are false sexual allegations. The Me Too movement, in my opinion, gets way too much credit, but it is a legitimate catalyst. Now, you can do your own research and find out what the Me Too movement was. Essentially, it is women finally speaking out against sexual abuse, whether it be harassment, rape, misconduct, whatever it may be. Women finally speaking out against it. And I am 100% with it. But in that came this comment, the hashtag believe all women. For some reason, the double standard of women should get the same treatment of men, yet women need to be protected and believed, try to coexist. It's all hypocrisy and bull. Because you can't have it both ways. Now, I know for a fact that rape and other forms of sexual abuse and misconduct happen. I don't deny that. What I want the world and society to understand is just because she's a woman and she says it happened does not mean it happened. I will dare say what a lot of men say in men only conversations. Women are some very manipulative and scheming individuals. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but it is what it is. To openly believe our women is foolish. If you don't believe that women are manipulative and scheming and vindictive and petty, see how many women have friends with other women. You'll see their male to female friend ratio is way out of whack. And when you ask them why, they will tell you the exact same thing I just mentioned. Remember that skit in Family Guy? This one right here?
Ugh, come on, Chris. Girls are terrible. They're always backstabbing and giving each other phony compliments.
Oh, wow, you are definitely not afraid of dessert.
You know, I wish I were secure enough to throw on any old thing and call it an outfit.
Come on, you have so much body confidence. I mean, who wouldn't with those strong legs? So muscular. I'm jealous of how thick with strength they are.
Hey, I like your tie.
Thanks.
We know how to be friends.
Yeah, that one. But it is a very foolish thing to blindly believe women based on their sex. It's absolutely foolish. Time and time and time again, women have been proven to lie. If not for vindictive and petty reasons, then definitely for financial gain. How many more cases do we have to see before y'all stop just blindly believing all women? When they come to you with an incident, let them bring forth proof. I honestly believed that after the whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, that we had turned a corner in society as a race. As the human race. I thought that we had actually begun to think. But looking back, I don't know why that is. Amber Heard was blindly believed after we've had other high profile incidents where women lied on men for whatever reason. You had the infamous Duke Lacrosse case. The Duke Lacrosse case should remain at the front of everybody's mind when it comes to believe all women. That young lady changed her story countless times to the point where they had to apologize. the DA who actually repressed information to try to get the Duke lacrosse team prosecuted in the case, well, it all fell apart because the DA learned halfway through the investigation that she was full of shit. You would think that would always be the number one thing. But then you think back on it, the Duke lacrosse case shouldn't have happened because of another case. You see, back in 2002, a young African American man by the name of Brian Banks was accused by a classmate of rape. He spent almost 6 years in prison, 5 additional years on parole for something that he never did. That was back in 2002. The Duke lacrosse case happened back in 2006. True enough, that the truth did not come out about Brian Banks till 2012. Okay? So when the truth finally came out about his situation, it happened only after the fall apart of the Duke lacrosse case, which fell apart in 2006, about 9 months after the accusations and charges against Duke and the lacrosse team were brought. You would think they would learn. So 2006 taught us nothing. The overturning of Brian Banks' case in 2000, I forgot what I just said, 12, 13, that taught them nothing. And then here recently, it seems to have sped up. We have former Buffalo Bills punter Matt Ariza was accused of gang raping a college student right after he got drafted. He was accused after he got drafted. The incident happened while he was still in college. They investigated. He wasn't even at the party that she said she attended when it happened. Secondarily, she shouldn't have even been at that party. She was underage. That doesn't get reported. Again, you can look up the cases for yourself and see how they fall apart. Here recently, we had former LA Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer. A woman accused him of sexual misconduct. He got the evidence and the proof. It was all a long con to get money out of him in the first place. Even aided by another MLB pitcher. I'm not sure if it was on his team, but it was another pitcher in the major leagues that was talking to the girl that encouraged her to get the bag.
Net worth is 51 mil, she said. Bitch, you better secure the bag, was the response. But how is she going to do that? Need daddy to choke me out, she said. Being an absolute whore to try to get in on his 51 million, read another text. Then, after the second time we met, former Padres pitcher Jacob Nix told her, you got to get this bag. I'll give you 50,000, Lindsay replied.
Again, free mind thinkers way, go look up all this information for yourself. Trevor put it on one of his social media sites. He has an entire video showing the text messages that she sent and received. Translation, he has the receipts. And then we have another more recent one. Coach of Michigan State, I think it is, Coach Mel Tucker. He got involved with a woman who came to speak at the school, and they had a bit of a tryst. They had a bit of a love affair with text and phone calls, time and date stamped to prove it. Again, please go look all this up. Where Mel Tucker was then accused of sexual misconduct for her because she said, and I quote, she received an unwanted phone sex call. Yes, an unwanted phone sex call. She said that he called her up and he began to enjoy himself on the phone with her. Now you might be thinking like me, well, okay, if someone's doing that and you don't want to be involved, you hang up. No, she said that she was too much in shock to hang up. The phone call was 36 minutes because she said, quoting what she said, she was too in shock to hang up the phone while he was on the other end playing with himself. Come on, y'all. Those text messages came out when she was texting her assistant, telling her assistant about how much his net worth was, how much he had just signed his new contract for, and how much money she could possibly get out of him. The receipts. Trevor Bauer, the aforementioned baseball pitcher. He had to go play overseas. Mel Tucker lost his job. In my opinion, both these men should sue the entities that they work for until they can't even operate anymore. But my bigger thing is this. Why is it that the women who make these accusations face no repercussions? I believe that's one of the reasons that they feel they can do it. They know the simple accusation is going to ruin a man's life. So a man is either in a position of paying money that he does not want to pay, or going through the whole process of defending himself from allegations, knowing that the public is going to automatically believe he's the villain because she's a woman. How fair is that? Where is the equality in that? Isn't that what women always scream about? Equal, 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 fair, fair, fair. A man can lose his livelihood, his reputation in the community, and what does she lose? Nothing. Even when it's proven that she's a liar, she loses nothing. Like, look at Johnny Depp. He was banned, barred, blacklisted from Hollywood. Companies dropped him like a hot potato, yet she was still able to work. Hell, even after she was proven to be a liar in court, she was still kept in Aquaman 2, like it or not. Those other women, nothing's happened to them. The woman who accused Coach Tucker, nothing. The young lady that accused the Duke lacrosse team, well, she got in trouble for something unrelated, but nothing happened to her for falsely accusing those boys. Nothing happened to her for ruining a team and the credibility of a school. Nothing. Even the lady that accused Brian Banks, even though she was caught on tape confessing, she refused to publicly admit it because, and I quote, she didn't want to have to give the money back that she sued the school for. I believe this. If you really want to knock down false accusations of rape and sexual misconduct, you have them put skin in the game too. You let them know if you are found to be lying, not lack of proof that he did anything. No, I mean if you are found to be lying, you should face the same time that he was going to face. I guarantee you that a whole bunch of this shit will drop off a cliff. But sadly, we all know that the next big high celebrity sexual misconduct allegation is right around the corner. And until something is done to punish these women, to stop them from doing that, ruining people's lives, it's going to continue. The ball's in y'all court. Society, courts, legal system. How about y'all quit worrying about fairness and race and all that other bullshit and really focus on the problem that is destroying men as we know it? That's it. Holla.